Hey, what's up, guys? It's Cryptic Gaming. You're about to see some footage of me trying to snipe on Modern Warfare 3, kill confirmed, and getting owned. This isn't a pre-recorded game I didn't play a game like, oh, this is good, and then record it later through the theater. This is live, as you can see. And I like doing it that way sometimes, because it's more real. And yeah, to me, it just feels a lot more real. But anyway, today I want to talk about whether or not I think there's going to be another um, dedicated console of gaming, like a next generation dedicated console, a dedicated gaming console, or if I think everything's going to be just purely digital or streaming or cloud based. And honestly, I think there will be another console, like another dedicated console for gaming, just because I feel like uh, as we saw with the Xbox One E3 launch, or the launch when they were talking about the DRM policies and how you can't really trade in the games and whatnot, and people got so mad, and I feel like we're just not ready for cloud service, like purely cloud service. I feel like we're not ready for that. I mean, Steam obviously is doing very great, but I personally I use Steam, and I also buy hard copies of video games for my PC because I like having the physical copy. It's just more rewarding, and I feel like the economy right now is just not. I feel like we're just not ready to have online content only, like cloud content only, because there's people who buy games and then they're like, hey, I need some money and I don't play this game anymore, so I'm gonna go to the pawn shop or GameStop and I'm gonna sell this from my recycled video game store or whatever. And they're gonna sell it for some money because hey, they need money. So could you imagine, having a game that you downloaded and it's not a physical copy, so you're not able to sell it to get cash back if you need the money, like you're in a pinch, you need the money for bills or your job doesn't pay enough or whatever the case may be. I feel like that's why we might see another dedicated console for gaming after this generation. And because this generation, like a lot of the consoles are already being maxed out to their limits. Like Microsoft and the PS4 and the Xbox One are already being maxed out, and so is the Wii U. So I just don't see them lasting as long. So I feel like Microsoft and Sony might make a comeback next generation. I don't think this generation is going to last 10 years, maybe 7 to 8 years max. That's just the way I see it, honestly. And um I don't think people are ready for cloud service only because of the economy, the way it works and the fact that some people need that they have a game that they don't play, they need to sell it so they can get more cash so they can use it for something that they actually need, like not a want, like a video game. They need it to pay their water bill, their electricity bill, their rent, their insurance, their car bill. They need extra food, or they're just trying to buy something else, or they want to buy another game even. So I just don't see how if like the gaming industry just transformed into purely streaming service and online cloud service. I just don't see how people would kind of transition or adjust to that because they're not ready for it. That's my personal belief. Of course, I could be wrong, but I do see in the future that eventually everything might be streaming. Like streaming will be 50 times more common than physical copies. And there's kind of that stigma like if you for me personally, like I've pirated music before. I'm not gonna lie, and I've downloaded music or I've bought the MP3 files and not an actual physical copy. It just doesn't feel as rewarding to have just that file. It feels so much more rewarding if I say go to the store or order online and I get that physical copy, and then the booklet with the song lyrics or the instruction manual, and then I get all that behind the scenes stuff and like it's on a disc. I just pop it in, play it, as opposed to having it downloaded and kind of wasting space. And I know with PC gaming and the PS3, a lot of other things you have to install the game if you buy the physical copy. So that's obviously going to take up space, but I'm just saying this is how it's kind of how I feel. Could I be wrong? Yes, I could be way wrong. I could be way off. And do I think I'm right? I think I'm right. Take it with a grain of salt. I I think I'm right just for now. Maybe for the next 8, 10, 15 years, we're not going to totally see cloud gaming just like, all of a sudden just take over. I think cloud gaming is going to slowly transition and take over because, for example, cloud gaming, like games that you download off the internet and then you have on your hard drive, like Minecraft, for example, I have that on my computer. I played World of Warcraft and I downloaded Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl on my computer, and I have Max Payne 3 and I have Thief downloaded from Steam. And I like it because I don't have to, go through the hassle of putting in a disc, and I have 1 terabyte hard drive space, so it works for me. But, like I said, there's pros and cons to stream gaming. Like, say your internet goes down and you can't go off and download a game, but you can go to the store and buy a physical copy, and you won't need the internet to play that game or to download that game. You won't have to wait. You can just go to the store, buy the physical copy. So what I think is, if there was a transition on this, like, online gaming, I think we should have the option, kind of like how we do now. I think it's perfect now because I downloaded Resident Evil 4, the HD remake, on the PS4, and I have the game for my for the PS3. I have the actual physical copy for my PS2. So if I want to play my PS2, I'll go and play it. If I want to play the HD remake, I have it on my PS3 downloaded and installed and ready to play. I also had Little Big Planet a while ago on my PS3. After Sony Network got shut down years ago, and it was down for like a month, and then we got a couple free games. I had that downloaded for a while, and it was one of my favorite games. I'm not gonna lie, and I enjoyed playing it. However, I had like the second model of the PS3 with like a 40 gigabyte hard drive. It was 40 or 60, so it took up a lot of space. So I deleted it, and I no longer have that game. Anyway, this was Cryptic Media Gaming. I messed that up. Cryptic Gaming. And this was just, short take on how I feel about online gaming or stream gaming and whether or not physical copies will be hindered. Alright, bye.